Business and Leisure, your weekly window to the world of business and guide to the good life. Hosted by Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa.
Hello to everyone, this is Ray Butch Gamboa for Business and Leisure, your business and lifestyle electronic magazine. And as always, we shall have for you the latest significant business developments and interesting leisure features. Let's now call our very alluring sunshine girl, Day Monsayak, to guide us through the leisure portion of our presentation. Hello there, Day.
Hello there, Butch. It's nice to be joining you once again.
I'm sure our leisure-seeking viewers are all eager to find out what's in store for them in our lifestyle section this time.
You're right, Butch. And hi, everyone. How are you all doing? Thank you so much for catching us again here on your longest-running business and lifestyle electronic magazine, This Business and Leisure. It's another episode and only means we've got another new bunch of lifestyle offerings for all of you. We start with the latest events in and out of the metro, and that is followed by our popular segment, Places, where we visited another food destination in the equally popular street in Marikina. Our recommended dining destination comes after that. And finally, our regular treat for all the gun enthusiasts on Sports Shoot segment. Well, it's pretty interesting, right? But wait until we're done with some of the hot issues in business first. And to that, I'll bring you back to our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. Back to you, Butch.
Indeed, another exciting lifestyle section that our regular leisure seekers can look forward to. I'll see you back in a short while, Day.
I'll be waiting for my cue, Butch.
Sunshine Girl Day Monsayak with what's in store in our leisure report. We now pause for a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk business on BizWatch. Please stay with us.
Vote for your favorite car models and stand the chance to win autofocus t-shirts, coffee mugs, and other valuable giveaways. Vote for your Automobile of the Year in this year's Autofocus People's Choice Awards and win prizes from daily electronic draws. To participate, log on to www.autofocus.com.ph.
Creating an engine is like creating a great perfume. You need to select the best ingredients and combine them in a unique way. So it gives you a feeling you'll remember for the rest of your life. Peugeot 308 with Blue HDI and turbo petrol engines.
Elevate your expectation. The all-new Mitsubishi Montero Sport, engineered excitement.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Welcome back to Business and Leisure as we usher in our business section. This is BizWatch. For our lead business issue, it looks like our local power company is widening its reach far beyond our borders. Meralco is exploring the possibility of expanding to Nigeria and possibly also Indonesia. Here's our BizWatch correspondent Andre Cole with the story.
Meralco President Oscar Reyes announced recently that another distribution utility company in Nigeria has expressed its interest to forge a partnership with Meralco. Reyes disclosed that the company has been invited by Port Harcourt Development Distribution Company to provide the same type of technical partnership and service that they have with Ibadan. Basically, the company provides advisory and support services to Ibadan, and the same is what Port Harcourt is interested in.
In 2013, Meralco and Partner Integrated Energy Distribution, or IEDM, which is based in Lagos, took over 2 distribution utilities in Nigeria. Meralco's stake in this consortium is only 5%. IEDM is a special purpose vehicle that carries on the business of electricity distribution and marketing in the Nigerian electricity market. IEDM has made representations to take over Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company and Yola Electricity Distribution Company. And more of the story with our BizWatch correspondent.
Meralco has expressed openness to the proposal of Port Harcourt Development Distribution Company for a more extensive arrangement with equity, subject to approval from regulatory authorities. So far, Meralco has only committed to a technical partnership pending specific commitments on tariff reform, power supply and security from regulators. As far as Indonesia is concerned, Meralco is exploring this country as a possible market. Meralco CIS Bayad Center has a standing partnership with Japanese solution provider Densan System Company Limited, which has bought a 5% stake in CIS Bayad Center for 228 million pesos. With this strong partnership, Meralco is confidently exploring other markets like Indonesia. With Densan providing the information technology expertise, Bayad Center can tap more convenience stores as payment fulfillment outlets.
Bayad Center accepts remittance payouts, business center services, and bills payments. Densan, on the other hand, has a solid reputation in its information technology-based wide range of payment solutions. On the agricultural front, there is a new farm technology rolled out in Nueva Ecija that will now be commercialized. This is seen to be a big boost to our onion farmers. Our business reporter Heidi Santos has the details.
After exhaustive field trials and validations, the 10-row onion mechanical seeder is now ready to be commercialized. This is the first new farm mechanization technology that will see commercialization in the country. The Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization, or PhilMech Executive Director Dr. Janicio Alvindia, will take charge of the commercialization project as directed by Agriculture Secretary Manny Piñol. PhilMech said that the 10-row onion mechanical seeder is a product of the agency's scientists, engineers, and research and technical personnel. The agency is focusing on innovating current farm machinery technologies to suit local conditions.
The mechanical seeder can increase yield by 2 to 2.5 metric tons per hectare while reducing production cost. This in turn will give onion farmers an additional income of about 60,800 pesos per hectare. This is a far cry from what they get from the traditional broadcasting method of direct seeding. The rest of the details with our business reporter.
Direct seeding uses 2-row mechanical seeders, so the new 10-row onion mechanical seeder is a vast improvement from the old method. From a yield of 10 metric tons per hectare, farmers can now look forward to about 16 metric tons of harvest per hectare. Aside from this, farmers have started adopting the new technology because of the machine's affordability and ease of use. The machine is attached to a 2-wheel tractor and the whole thing costs 240,000 pesos. A farmers' cooperatives operate the 10 ROMs for 30 days at a rate of 6 hours per day at a rental fee of 2,000 pesos per hectare. The cooperatives can recover their investments in 4 cropping seasons. Philmec has also developed a rubberized conveyor for onion sorting, which makes the manual chore much faster and easier. Powered by a 1-horsepower electric motor only, it can sort between 800 to 1,000 sacks per day.
That is good news for our local farmers indeed. Philmec's renewed directive to speed up the mechanization of local farming is in fact good news for Philippine agriculture on the whole, as we need to fully mechanize if we are to be competitive. At this point, we shall take a short break and we'll be back shortly with more current and relevant business issues for you. I'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Vote for your favorite car models and stand the chance to win autofocus t-shirts, coffee mugs, and other valuable giveaways. Vote for your Automobile of the Year in this year's Autofocus People's Choice Awards and win prizes from daily electronic draws. To participate, log on to www.autofocus.com.ph.
Ford Ranger, always ready when the unexpected happens.
When you sweat to be sweet and you clean car seat, it's love. When you try to look cool but you look like a fool, it's love. It's love. It's love.
Show your love with the new features of the all-new Innova. Love the journey.
Happiness. Happiness times 7. The all-new Honda Mobilio. Ease of use, flexible interior for your various needs, convenient features, advanced technology, powerful engine, fuel efficient for a smooth journey, and sleek design for you. The all-new Honda Mobilio.
Ford Ranger, always ready when the unexpected happens.
Motoring Today is now on the web. Watch this episode or other past episodes of the country's longest running motoring program any time of the day by logging on to our website, motoringtoday.ph. Motoring Today is now online, just a click away.
Welcome back, and you're still on Business and Leisure, and we continue with more business news developments. A Prague-based consumer finance company that is now here in the Philippines expressed its positive outlook in the country. Home Credit Philippines reported that it has reached the 1 million customer mark in May of this year, just 5 months after reaching the 600,000 mark. Our BizWatch correspondent Andre Ko files this report.
There is a big demand for affordable alternative financing from Filipino families, and a fintech company from Prague is addressing this demand. The Chief Financial Officer of Home Credit, Mr. Terek Hankovsky, was in town to celebrate the 1 million customer mark achieved by the company last month.
Home Credit is here to provide consumer finance services for the mass market. So there is more than 80% of the Filipinos who are unbanked, that do not have experience with formalized financial services, and we are here to replace the informal and family-based financing services.
Home Credit was launched in Manila only in 2013. providing in-store financing of gadgets, appliances, and other goods.
2/3 of our customers are purchasing smartphones.
2016 was a landmark year for Home Credit because its customer base grew from 280,000 to 600,000. Just 5 months later, the company's customer base grew to 1 million, a 5-fold increase from 2015. The company also expanded its reach to all major islands.
The plan is to further grow, to finalize our geographical rollout. We opened this year already Mindanao, that make us countrywide consumer financing company. So we will be now further penetrating this island, so that we can cover the services as much as possible. And then it will be cooperation with the producers, retailers, helping them with running efficient campaigns that will make their customer enjoying their life today.
Less than 2 months ago, they established their presence in La Union, Ilocos Sur, and Ilocos Norte. It now has 2,500 partner stores in 27 provinces where they offer 0% interest promos. The company cites their increasing retail and producer partnerships as the key drivers of their success.
The primary factor is the consumer and customer base in the Philippines, the growth of the economy, and the growing market. So with the growing demand and with our cutting-edge risk management technology, we are able to satisfy the demand. A big change on the market was start of our cooperation with the producers of the phones, and with that more than 60% of our customers get the loan with 0% interest nowadays, thanks to the cooperation with the producers and retailers that we work with.
Because of their rapid expansion, Home Credit is also planning to increase its workforce from its current 5,600 to 7,000 this year. In 2016, this figure stood at only 3,500, or half of the workforce in only 1 year. And for our final issue this week, the Duterte administration is not keen on keeping the traditional public-private partnership projects that were hallmarks of the previous Aquino administration. Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez is defending this position. Aida Santos, our business reporter, has the details.
Instead of the traditional public-private partnership projects, the DOF under the Duterte administration is favoring official development assistance loans to build infrastructure. This is a new hybrid PPP scheme that which Finance Secretary Dominguez says will not result in uncontrolled government debts. At present, Dominguez says our government's debt ratio is at a comfortable level of 41% of gross domestic product. The goal, according to the Finance Secretary, is more towards speeding up the projects than reducing the debt. Dominguez added that the government is borrowing at a lower cost than the private sector, so it would be more advantageous to get the PPP projects going under the public sector. Dominguez is keen on using government funds sourced through loans and tax collections. He also added that unsolicited proposals from the private sector take up a lot of time before the PPP projects get underway. By undertaking the hybrid PPP, the government can fast-track these projects so that infrastructure building can be done in less time.
As this develops, San Miguel Corporation President Ramon S. Ang expressed concern over this development to skip PPP projects in favor of official development assistance. He said that this could increase government borrowings and may affect the good fiscal standing of the Philippines. And with that, we end this week's edition of BizWatch. We shall pause for a short break, and when we come back, we have an interesting CSR feature for you. Be right back.
Vote for your favorite car models and stand the chance to win autofocus t-shirts, coffee mugs, and other valuable giveaways. Vote for your Automobile of the Year in this year's Autofocus People's Choice Awards and win prizes from daily electronic draws. To participate, log on to www.autofocus.com.ph.
Creating an engine is like creating a great perfume. You need to select the best ingredients and combine them in a unique way. So it gives you a feeling you'll remember for the rest of your life. Peugeot 308 with Blue HDI and turbo petrol engines.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
Welcome back, and you're still on the business section of Business and Leisure. Coming right up is our CSR segment. The following feature is actually the CSR of a group that has embarked on a unique program that caters to the food industry. The program that has been developed helps out not only the stakeholders in the food industry, but in the long run aims to contribute its share in promoting tourism through the development of the Philippine culinary scene.
Ms. Sandy Ko is the Product and Business Development Director of Sisu International, one of the major partners in this program called Taste Setters.
Taste Setters is actually a workshop wherein most of our chefs, foodies, restaurateurs collaborates to come up with very innovative dishes. It's actually where we set trends for the food industry and going to, let's say, what would be the vision of the project is later on it's actually not just a workshop, but it's really a festival of creativity among them. And the project just started very recent, which is just last March 2017. It's ongoing. It's going to be a thing that's going to move forward in the future in order for us to really harness whatever we can do among the chefs in the industry, in the food service industry.
Having only started in the first quarter of this year, they have had a series of workshops, all free to those interested to join. These workshops have covered varied areas like baking, spicy cuisine, Asian food, and even beverages, which, according to Sandy, is the least noticed among the food groups.
It's actually a collaboration among Sisu, the Sisu our ad agency, which also J. Romero, our events agency, which is Courage Asia, and also our digital agency partner, which is Virus. It's really a collaboration among them and also our food service clients in order to come up with this workshop. We focus on a lot of things, but given that the name is food service, that's the reason why we have done this taste setters, because we see that there's a need for creating more innovative dishes in the food service industry. So that's one of the service or the value-added service that we give to them. And this is actually a workshop that's for free. And we don't just tell that it's open to our key clients, but whoever who wants, to learn something and be able to really come up with a meal or a flavor that's going to be a trend in the next few years, that's actually the objective of the workshop.
Who stand to benefit from these workshops, we ask Sandy. Well, there are chefs who need to constantly update their knowledge and skills, but there are also the small entrepreneurs who hope to start a food business for themselves in the future, but who still need to level up their skills and hopefully spot the upcoming trends in the food industry that they can be a part of.
As of now, the first leg was just very, very Metro Manila based, but we will be bringing this also to Boracay, which is the most famous tourist spot in the Philippines. We are targeting that at the last week of June for this year, in order for us again to bring whatever we can offer to the tourists. And later on, they're going to be seeing that Philippines is where you can actually go also on a food trip and then have experienced a lot of different flavors.
For now, this program is still gaining grounds. There are a lot of observers who help out, but Sandy has high hopes for these observers who may one day be chefs in their own right. Even the government has not stepped into the project.
For now, the government agency is not yet a partner, but in the future, we are looking at it as well. Especially that those agencies that would wanted to create a trend in the food service industry and help us or help the Philippine food service industry be known in the world map.
The group has other CSR projects, and they have also partnered with the SM Group in one of these.
Okay, the SM is about, it's an activity where SM would invite senior citizens. Then we actually create or have a cooking demonstration to be able to share to them that, even at your senior age, you can still cook with the products that we have because it's so convenient to use. And not just convenience, but it's tasty because most of the products that we have are actually either inspired from a famous, let's say, restaurant. Like for example, we do have Clara Ole Cheesy Pesto. Normally when you have pesto, you can only eat it in a high-end restaurant. Even the hickory marinade that we have, it became very popular starting maybe 2 years ago, that a lot of people have been offering ribs that's hickory flavored.
So does one get to participate in these workshops that are free to the public?
In order for them to be able to participate in this project, is first of all, they have to like the Taste Setters Facebook, so that they would be able to know what are the activities that they could join in the future. So that's very easy. And then if there are activities posted, they can just call us and reserve a slot with us.
In the future, they also intend to bring this program to the carinderias, where they hope to teach carinderia owners more about food safety and how to beef up their limited menu offerings.
Remember to call in to reserve a slot to participate in these free workshops. Perhaps one day you will discover the hidden chef and entrepreneur in you. That ends the business section of Business and Leisure. Our sunshine girl, Damon Sayak, is all set for her cue to graciously commence with the leisure portion of our show, which is coming right up ahead after we pause for another short break. We'll be right back.
Vote for your favorite car models and stand the chance to win autofocus t-shirts, coffee mugs, and other valuable giveaways. Vote for your Automobile of the Year in this year's Autofocus People's Choice Awards and win prizes from daily electronic draws. To participate, log on to www.autofocus.com.ph.
Take me Ford Ranger, always ready when the unexpected happens. Take me Ford Ranger, always ready when the unexpected happens.
Motoring Today is now on the web. Watch this episode or other past episodes of the country's longest-running motoring program any time of the day by logging on to our website, motoringtoday.ph. Motoring Today is now online, just a click away.
You're still here with us on Business and Leisure, and now we go right on to the lifestyle section as I turn you over to our co-host this time, Sunshine Girl, Dame Unsayak. Here's your cue, Day. Please go right ahead with our leisure report.
Well, thank you for turning them over to me, Butch. Hi there once again, everyone, and it's still with me, Dame Unsayak, here on Business and Leisure. Well, this is the fun and relaxing part of our show, and we start right away with some of the trendiest and latest events through our Lifestyle Chronicles segment. Watch this.
The 2017 Autofocus People's Choice Awards is on its way. The annual voting poll for the country's popular automobile, both in standard and luxury automobile, is now open to the public. To better know who are the most popular in their respective categories, loyal customers of Robinson Malls can cast their votes. Here are the following schedules. On June 17 to 18, Robinson's Forum. July 15 to 16, Robinson's Metro East. July 29 to 30, Robinson's Otis. August 19 to 20, Robinson's Manila. September 16 to 17, Robinson's Antipolo. You can also log in through our website, autofocus.com.ph. See you there and cast your votes now.
You can always catch the latest buzz of some of the most recent events only here on Lifestyle Chronicles segment. I'm sure you're always on the lookout for what's in store here on our popular segment, Places. This time we have another discovery in the popular street of Marikina. Have you heard about Meat Slut? Well, let's all discover about it.
Lilac Street in Marikina is one of the newest food destinations, and one of the newest restaurants to open its doors to the public is Meat Slut. To start with, the restaurant's name is catchy, if anything else, and it is sure to stay in your memory bag for some time. How on earth did they come up with such a name?
Meat Slut is serving fine meats. Actually, we're doing nose-to-tail cooking also, so meaning we're trying to educate people on trying to eat the offals or the nasty bits of the carcass. Now, since we are liberal about meat and sluts are liberal women, so if we combined it, it became Meat Slut. I could always defend it like cam whore, when whore is a bad word, but you put cam on it, it just makes sense.
That was Ryan Ganzon, one of the co-owners, who is credited with coming up with the very concept of Meat Slut, and is also the restaurant's resident cook. Ryan has chalked up a long string of experience in the kitchen.
I've worked abroad. I've worked in various corporate food establishments here. I've been creating concepts for restaurants recently, and right now, I created Meat Slut, the concept and the menu.
Ryan also does food styling, teaches basic culinary skills, and likes to say that he has always been a cook. It was in 2015 that Ryan cooked up the concept for Meat Slut, which is based on precision cooking. But it was only in January this year that Meat Slut officially opened, and surprisingly, for a fairly new restaurant, business has been good.
The business is doing very well. It's actually flattering and humbling at the same time. We opened up January 10. We've been sustainable since then. We've been able to do some improvements already out of what we have heard, that we've been able to improve the equipment as well. So we've been adding equipment, we've been improving the floors. It's been very good. There were times that we have caused traffic in Lilac, so it's a very happy experience.
Virtually all fine restaurants serve steaks, so we asked Ryan what makes Meat Slut stand out among the many apart from their sexy name.
We've come up with a technology for precision cooking. We've been using it in the kitchen for a long time. Back of the kitchen, for kitchens to be able to sell steaks that are quite expensive. Now, what we wanted to do here in Meat Slut is to teach people on how to eat a properly done steak, properly cooked steak. Since I've also been into educating people, I've realized that food and education can be combined. So what we're doing here is making it accessible for people. Fine steaks, very good side dishes, classic side dishes, that are served at a very affordable price, at a very precision cooking method.
Indeed, many a Pinoy palate needs educating when it comes to enjoying fine meat. For Meat Slut, it is never about marinades or tons of seasoning. It's about enjoying your steak cooked with a sous vide method, which not too many restaurants employ.
If you could savor yung flavor ng actual na properly cooked meat at the right temperature, everything is still alive. Most of the chemicals will still go inside your brain and tell you it's good food because it's still fresh and it's done properly. Minimal flavors, minimal salt, minimal spices and all.
Before we go on and on about the mouth-watering meat offering of Meat Slut, allow us to walk you around this cozy restaurant, which is between 70 to 80 square meters, a good size for comfortable dining. Inside, the lamps that drop from the ceiling give the interiors a warm glow, and the touches of red add to this effect. Ryan says that their target market includes families and millennials, and this long cushion bench set against a wall is ideal for big groups. There is a VIP room too that is interesting.
It has a pool table, probably fit in 12 to 15 people. We have a poker table that could be used as well. So you could do poker nights, you could do pool nights, and this pool table can be converted into beer pong table. Already done that. Yeah, we have a conversion kit. So you could party in here. It's for only 5,000 pesos. Everything is consumable. That's for 3 hours. And then the succeeding hours could be 1,000, which is also consumable.
But what really catches the eye is the storage station, which is as novel as it gets.
They like the torch station. Well, as you can see, it's different. If you come inside the restaurant, you see a fish tank or an aquarium, but it's not an aquarium. So cows are swimming in my aquarium. And then there's a torch station behind it that looks like the DJ's booth. And then we torch the steaks because it's basically done inside. So if it's cooked in the pan or grill or with yung unskilled na chef na, or not at the proper heat, you just cook it up inside. Unlike if you torch it high-powered, there's a contraption there that's actually a combination of Sirzal and an industrial torch, not the ordinary kitchen torch. So what we do there, after cooking it sous vide at 54 degrees, we put it in the grill, we torch it, just to caramelize the blood sugars, just to come up with the Maillard reaction enough to activate the flavors. And then we serve it to the guests. We simply salt it, sea salt, and then we serve it to the guests.
To better understand the technology that they have developed here at Meat Slut, Ryan walks us through their most interesting method here.
When you come into Meat Slut, this is what you'll see. We have our butchery. This is where we process the meats. And then we have it vacuumed. So we put it on vacuum pack. That's using a plastic. And then, yeah, let's demonstrate. Tatanggalin niyo lang yung air, isi-seal niya. So once it's ready, lalagyan namin siya sa hot water bath, which is we're gonna be cooking it for 54 degrees for a certain amount of time. What happens there is that it tenderizes, but it doesn't get overcooked. So with the vacuum pack, walang loss ng flavor since it's inside the pack. We put it on water, yung flavor is still intact, nandun pa rin yung meat flavor because it's not affected inside. Yeah, now it's ready to be placed in the hot water bath or sa sous vide. This is where you order. So we tried to lower down the cost by putting up a fast food counter. So no extra waiters, no extra servers. Just come in and order. Plus, we prepared the famous steak side dishes instead of a la carte. We prepared by batches, so just to lower down the cost. But it's still as good. It's still properly prepared, finest ingredients. But it's just to lower down the cost. So it's available for the normal people. Yeah, after what happened there, we vacuumed the steak. We're gonna put it here to be processed for a certain period of time, only at 54 degrees. So that's just a little above half of boiling point, which is 100.
Now Ryan is going to show us how their top bestseller is done.
So we're gonna be using high-powered torch. It's not a kitchen torch. Attached to Sirzal. That's a 2014 contraption that was just invented for this process. So it removes the propane flavor, spreads out the heat evenly. So what we need to do here is, since it's cooked inside the perfect doneness, we just have to caramelize the top. So that's Maillard reaction, just to inject more flavor to the meat. Go Vino. This is the short plate, 72-hour short plate. It's not supposed to be served as steak, but since we cooked it in sous vide for 54 degrees, it could be served pink inside, but it's still very tender. And it's a tough cut of meat. It's normally cooked for 2.5 hours to be able to bite on it, but this was done 72 hours. And still, it's pink in the middle, so we're just caramelizing it. So if you would notice, there's bigger marbling compared to the prime cuts.
Check out the meat. The lean meat is excitingly marbled with fat. The whole process of caramelizing the meat surface takes about 2 minutes or slightly more. And the loyal patrons of Meat Slut never fail to enjoy this spectacle. Incidentally, this very dish tops the list of their best sellers. Now let's check out their other best sellers.
So this is our sausage coil, one of the best sellers of Meat Slut. So if you can see, normal sausages are just short. This one is too long, so we had to put it in a coil. This is customized. It's a combination of meats inside that we can tell you, and spices, and it's served with creme fraiche and mustard dressing. It could be good for like we bake it, cooked it in its own fat, as you can see it. Yeah, if you're having a meal, you can probably order rice. Filipinos love rice or potatoes, or you could have it taken in the bar for bar chow. So this is very good. Please try Meat Slut, the sausage coil.
This is a hefty serving that can be enjoyed by a group. And for only 320 pesos, the sausage coil is meant for sharing.
So this is our version of kilawin, Meat Slut's version of kilawin. We call it chilawin. Why is it chilawin? Because we have chicharon inside and we smoke it. So instead of the normal siniblao that has grilled pork and kilawin fish. We combined chicharon, the smoky flavor because of smoking it, and then our version of kilawin. So it's a must-try bestseller in Meatslat. Yeah, for 230, this could be enjoyed by friends, shared with a good glass of wine or beer, or some of the alcopops that we have in Meatslat. Plus, we have scotch also.
When the smoke clears, this is what delights the customer visually, even before the first bite. Let's check out the other popular dishes here.
One of the best sellers in Meatslat is the cured beef with pickled celery. So this is a tender cut of beef. We cure it for 3 days, and we serve it with arugula salad with dressing and pickled celery. And we smoke it before we serve it also. So this is how it's. So it's a very good appetizer, or it could also be good with drinks like beer, wine, and what other stuff that we have at the bar. Oh, it's only at 220 pesos, so it could be shared. It could be for yourself only if you. So it's just a very cheap price. So this is the shrimp sausages and corn. It's baked sausages in its own fat, and then we saute it with shrimps and corn and spices. So this is one of the dishes that's ordered with steak most of the time. It's one of the best sellers here. It's only for 250 pesos, and it's good for sharing as well.
As you can see, this is not a vegetarian's haven. It's a meat lover's paradise. Meatslat has been totally embraced by those who love fine meat, and business, as Ryan says, has been so good that they are already planning their expansion so they can share with as many Pinoys their special technique on how to cook and serve excellent meat. Watch out for their next branch. In the meantime, here's Ryan's personal invite.
For a juicy, sexy meat experience, come visit us at Meatslat. It's in 94 Lilac Street, Marikina. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
The name itself is pretty intriguing, but I invite you all to see for yourselves what Meatslat is all about. I guarantee you, you will love it. There's still a few left in our show, but let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Vote for your favorite car models and stand the chance to win autofocus t-shirts, coffee mugs, and other valuable giveaways. Vote for your Automobile of the Year in this year's Autofocus People's Choice Awards and win prizes from daily electronic draws. To participate, log on to www.autofocus.com.ph.
Think you're tough? Do you dare to go off-road or off-key? Do you use your great power with great control? With the new Isuzu D-Max, you're tough enough to be unstoppable. And you're tough enough to be right back. Isuzu D-Max, tough enough for anything.
Creating an engine is like creating a great perfume. You need to select the best ingredients and combine them in a unique way. So it gives you a feeling you'll remember for the rest of your life. Peugeot 308 with Blue HDI and turbo petrol engines.
Mitsubishi Mirage. Make it yours.
Calling all automobile enthusiasts. Autofocus.com.ph is exclusive to the automobile, where you'll find reviews on the latest brand new car models, together with their head-to-head comparisons. It has the detailed specs of car models available in the country and their latest SRPs and special promos, together with the latest auto industry news and developments like car launches and test drives. Autofocus.com.ph is all about automobiles. Click on.
You're still with me here on your longest running business and lifestyle electronic magazine. This is Business and Leisure. Our recommended dining destinations are coming right up, so take a closer look so you would know where to try next.
Here now is our weekly list of highly recommended leisure destinations. Be it fine dining, romantic garden wedding, or a relaxed meal of excellent dishes, the name Ilustrado comes to mind. It's one of the few places that serve the best paella in town. Ilustrado, located within the walled city of Intramuros. The Highlands Prime Steakhouse is indeed the prime dining destination where you can enjoy the best of prime steak. The Highland Prime Steakhouse serves nothing but U.S. Angus prime beef. And the Highlands Prime Steakhouse also serves an array of prime gourmet dishes like the squid ink pasta, topped with a whole prawn of their delectable sea bass that's always juicy and served with mashed potato and a wedge of lemon. And their breads and cakes are baked fresh every day. The Highlands Prime Steakhouse is at the SM Mall of Asia, and that's where you should have your next lunch, dinner, or intimate party.
Steak lovers from north of the metro can also enjoy the juiciest prime steaks and other mouth-watering dishes at Highlands Prime Steakhouse, located at Estancia, Capitol Commons in Pasig.
And that's our regular what to enjoy and where to go list. Business and Leisure's weekly guide to destinations and places to go to enjoy the good life.
Make sure to find time in visiting those places that we've mentioned, all right? Especially those who haven't tried it yet. We are down to our last offering, and I'm talking about Sports Shoot. What do we have this week? Watch this.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Arms Corps of the Philippines.
Welcome to Sports Shoot, Business and Leisure segment for the gun enthusiast. In this week's edition of Sports Shoot, we will not be featuring a special firearm, as we always do in this segment. We would like to give way to a special feature, and that is the first Arms Corps Tax Expo held from June 1 to 4. The first ever Arms Corps Tactical and Survival Expo was held at the Mega Trade Hall on June 1 to 4. The Tax Expo's theme was Safety, Security, and Survival for Sustainable Living. Several booths were open to the public, free of charge, and these exhibits addressed global issues like environment, economic uncertainty, security, and threats to peace and order. Arms Corps Chairman Emeritus Mr. Demetrio Bolotwason welcomed the VIP guests and the general public to the show.
This show does not focus only on guns and ammunition. We are talking about survival, nutrition. We will give you seminars, workshops, but the highlight will be the activities of preparedness, giving light on what is about to be prepared, knowing what to do, where to do it, and when to do it in a disaster. I bring also the importance of defense, the rights of the citizens under 10591. In the preamble or in the first part of that law, it gives the citizens of our country the right to protect themselves with a firearm.
The President and CEO of Arms Corps Global Defense Incorporated, the new name now of Arms Corps, also addressed the crowd after calling for a moment of prayer for those who perished in the conflict in Marawi.
Yesterday alone, I was sitting on a logistics meeting for getting all the critical items for our fight in Mindanao. We are at the ready, as promised to the President in my first conversation with him when I went to congratulate him. I promise him, Mr. President, anytime you call upon Armscor, we will be ready. I am officially diverting all our production on a moment's notice to all our customers in the United States and the rest of the world to support the cause in the Philippines for 5.56 pistol production. Anything we can do to help will be done at whatever loss to Armscor on its profits, and we will do it to support the Filipino people. That was my promise. I will do it.
Several VIPs and friends of Armscor Global Defense were in attendance, including manufacturers from other countries and officers from the Philippine military and police. Mr. Severo Concoy Tuazon, the present chairman of the Board of Armscor Global Defense, introduced the Tax Expo guest of honor, the Secretary of National Defense, General Delfin Lorenzana, a professional soldier who has served and protected 3 Philippine presidents in his 36 years of service to the country. Secretary Lorenzana cited the Philippine Army shooting team that recently won several medals in the recent competition in Australia.
We are also privileged to have survival industry staff experts in this 4-day event who will give presentations on preparedness, self-defense, and other topics relevant to this theme, safety, security, and survival for sustainable living. I thank Armscor for its corporate social responsibility. This certainly paves the way for preparation, especially for the big one.
The expo addressed several but very possible situations like natural disasters, public disorder, home invasions, and crimes, and showcased self-reliance and preparedness. The expo educated the public on how to make the most of basic resources and how to deal with emergencies and life-threatening situations like armed conflicts and natural calamities. The Tax Expo also shone the light on Filipino inventions and Filipino products and showcased them here, fulfilling the expo's theme of Filipino First. Take note of the booth of May Liwanag, a Filipino invention which does not need electricity, batteries, or any other energy sources. Mr. Bolo Tuazon especially cited the efforts of the Filipino Investor Society represented by its national president, Inventor Manuel Ardono.
Filipino First has to become a mentality of the Filipino. No longer should we say export quality. Our quality here has to be, for the Filipino, the best possible quality. We have educated people, we have hard workers. The Filipino can, the Filipino will, if guided in the right direction. Armscor wants to be the leader in that. That's why we are pushing how we are Filipino first, how we are making, how we're going to sacrifice our export markets so that we can provide for these emergency times if the government calls upon us.
There were rescue equipment like portable boats and tents. And of course, there were different defense arms, traditional weapons and accessories on display on several booths.
Our main line is the firearms and ammunition, but I think that tactical and survival means a lot more than just firearms and ammunition. So we have here many booths that actually don't carry firearms, but they carry things that are good for survival. No?
We wanted to make it not just another gun show. We believe that guns are only a part of self-defense. There's other things. The defense of your home, that doesn't include the firearms. You know, when a storm hits, your firearm can protect you, but having the proper lighting, clothing, shelter, boats, drive-prepared foods, or the ability to create light from one of the Filipino inventors here, from vinegar. Unbelievable, right? These are incredible things that the public still doesn't know about. So we want to attract people to come over here and learn about all these things, even how to tie a tourniquet, basic first aid. There's so much to learn, more than just firearm safety or carrying a firearm for protection.
Apart from the booths that carried survival products, the expo also showcased survival techniques and gear, proving to the public their message that preparedness is not difficult to achieve even for ordinary families.
We're on a fault line, and we're on the path of every typhoon that seems to like to hit us. right? So we have to be ready. One of the things that this show is also promoting is our charities as well. And that's very important to us, our Bata Foundation. Hopefully we can recruit other charities that we can help support throughout this time. We're going to have show after show, and we'd like to really create not only the spirit of survival and tactical, firearm safety, everything, but charity as well. Because my dad has taught me one thing in life, that in success you always have to give back.
In the light of the recent conflict in Marawi, Martin Tuazon came out with his message of sympathy to the soldiers and innocent victims of the armed conflict.
All the fighting down south, for all the work that you guys do to protect us and keep us free and safe. I thank you, all of you, and the sacrifices that you've made. I know soldiers have died. My condolences and my prayers are with them.
In the meantime, for those who could not make it to the expo, take heart, because Armsco Global Defense Incorporated is already making plans for future expos not only in Metro Manila but in other parts of the country as well.
We are now organizing to make this repetitively, hopefully in Metro Manila twice a year, and in the provinces maybe 2, 3, or 4 times a year in different cities, different places, so that people will be aware that it's not all about guns only, but it's about survival.
That was our special feature on Sports Shoot this week, the recently concluded Armsco Tax Expo. And that's Sports Shoot, business and leisure segment for the gun enthusiasts.
Sports Shoot is brought to you by Rock Island Armory, manufactured by Armscor of the Philippines.
That's another informative feature we got in our Sports Shoot segment. Well, that's all the time I got, and thank you so much for hanging out with me here on your longest running business and lifestyle electronic magazine. This is Business and Leisure. I'm Damon Saya. Kindly drop by again for another whole new episode. And here once again is our main man, Mr. Ray Butch Gamboa. Back to you, Butch.
Thanks, Day. That was indeed another very exciting leisure report. That was Damon Zayak, our sunshine girl, hosting the lifestyle section of our show. And with that, we end another edition of Business and Leisure. Thank you for staying with us. Also, don't forget to follow us in our social media accounts. Till the next time, this has been your host, Ray Butch Gamboa. Good business to all, and enjoy a good life.